Hi, I'm Sarah Henson. I'm an email copywriter and strategist, and I'm also a self-confessed tech geek. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to connect Squarespace forms with your own email service provider, your ESP. In Squarespace, we have a direct integration with MailChimp, but I always advise people not to go with MailChimp because it's not a very logical way of using an email service provider. However, if you do want to go with that, I do have a video that tells you how to connect those two things up. I'll link that down below. But for today, I'm going to show you how you can use that, the connection using Zapier. I don't know if it's Zapier or Zapier, but I'm going with Zapier. And all it is you have a Squarespace form that sends information through Zapier into your ESP. So it's kind of like a middleman here. And so you have to set up this step in Zapier. And if you don't know what Zapier is, it is a platform that allows you to state, if this happens, then this happens. So you connect, like it's called a zap. I'm using air quotes right now. So what we're going to tell it to do is when someone fills in this Squarespace form, the Zap then tells Squarespace to send it to your email service provider. In this video, I'm going to show you using ConvertKit, but you can use it with any one because it doesn't have to be ConvertKit. You can use any email service provider that you want to use. Okay, so that's the general idea. It goes from Squarespace through Zapier into your ESP. So I'm just going to go into my test page that I've set up in Squarespace, and I'm going to edit it. And so what we want to do is add a form in here. I'm going to just use like a regular, like a newsletter form. So what it would be is like sign up for our newsletter, and then people will add in their email address and their name, and that gets sent off, and then we'll set up the Zapier. So what we want to do is use the little teardrop and then select form here. And we're going to call it test sign up. Okay. Squarespace automatically has a name field, but it gives you a first name and last name and then email, and then you can have a subject and a message. If you do want this to be direct to your email account, you can have it integrated to your email. However, if you want to automate things, make things easier for your business, this is where we want to actually send it through Zapier. So I'm actually going to delete the message and the subject area because we don't want those in there, and I don't need the last name. So what I'm going to do instead is going to add a text box and just put first name and then use that instead of name. Okay, and for the button label, yes, send me your newsletter. If I just press apply, you'll see that happens there. So we'll go back into edit. Now, all this connection happens in this storage area here. As you can see, there's the MailChimp one. Like I said, there's a video to show you how to do that. You can send it to your Google Drive. It automatically sends it to like a spreadsheet. So I used to use it going through Google Drive through Zapier and then to ConvertKit, but you can do a direct integration with Zapier now. I think this is depends on what Squarespace subscription you have. If you have a pro account, then you can do a direct integration with Zapier, and I'll do another video to show you how to go through Google Drive if you don't have that option. So Zapier, it's a direct link. So what we do is we want to click that, and it says it's awaiting the connection to Zapier. So we'll press apply. Now we want to make sure in here, this is ConvertKit. I've created a form as a test sign up form because this is where my people will go from Squarespace into ConvertKit. Okay, so we come to Zapier, and what we want to do is search for the connection. So we want to go from Squarespace, select that, and we go to ConvertKit. Okay, so we want to do add subscribers to forms in ConvertKit from new Squarespace submission form. So we'll try this one. So now we need to just sign into Squarespace. and it's asking us to generate an API key. Basically, this is a code for us to use. So what we need to do, it says navigate to settings, advanced, and API keys. Okay, so let's do that. So we've just saved that there for now. We'll be coming back to that in a moment. So we want to go to settings, advanced, and we want to go to developer API keys. So what we do is generate a key. We go Squarespace forms to ConvertKit. Give it permission for that, and then we generate a key. And then we press this button, so we copy this key, and then we'll close that off. And then when we go back into ConvertKit, sorry, no, Zapier, we've got to bring this one back up. We're going to generate that key there. Yes, continue. Okay, so now we continue with this. It's telling me that my Squarespace is connected with Zapier now. Okay, so customize the form, choose which form. It's going to go through. So we called it test sign up. So we're going to select that one, press continue. And we're going to just test the trigger. So they found the form. That means everything's working okay. We continue. This is all very easy step by step. We've already chosen ConvertKit. And we want to choose what the action is. We want to, so if we look up here, when this happens, new form submission in Squarespace, do this. So we're telling it to do what the trigger is. Okay, so we're going to tell it to add its subscriber to a form. So we have to add subscriber to the form. And then it will ask us which form. So it's just... This is the account, so I could connect several accounts. Obviously, if you're using a different ESP, then you will connect through your email service provider. So we'll check that that's the account that I want to use because I've already connected it previously. It may ask you to then go and generate your API key, which into your account. And you can get your API keys here, and you press that button to show your secret one because it'll ask you for your API key and then your secret one. I'm not going to press that because then I'll reveal my secret API key to you. So when it asks you to connect on the Zapier form, you will go to this area in ConvertKit to grab your API key and then your secret API key as well so that you can connect your ConvertKit account. Like I said, mine is currently already there. Okay, so continue with that, back into Zapier, and then it's going to... Okay. I've actually selected the wrong one here. If you see, add subscriber to a sequence. I don't want that. I want it to add subscriber to the form. So you make sure you do the right one there. Okay, continue. So it's asking me which form. It's going to knock on the door at ConvertKit. And test sign up form is the one I created for this. And then we have to tell it where to send the information. So on the form, the email is obviously the email. And then the first name, show all options. You see, we already had that in there, first name. Click that there. Opt into sequence. I'm going to choose no for now because I like to do my triggers and automations within ConvertKit rather than through Zapier. I only like to actually send the information through Zapier. That's just my preference, but you can add them. If you have a welcome sequence, you can choose to send them through a welcome sequence, and then you press continue. Test and continue. Turn your Zap on. Okay, so that's my Zap now done. Sending from Squarespace to ConvertKit. Now we just have to go back here and check that this is working. You'll see now, before it was waiting for the connection and now it's already connected. So that's where you can check that your connections work properly. So it's saying that it's connected. So that's fine. So then after that, the next thing to do is just test. Now, the thing is with this, we will have had, because I've set up my form with an incentive email, I will need to go to my email account to double check and confirm. If you're using ConvertKit and you just want it to go straight through, you press that off. So I'm going to do that for now. So we're going to test the form. I'm going to put a Duff email address in. Yes. And when this comes up with the thank you message. Let me just show you on that form where you can edit that. You go in, you can go to advanced. You can change your thank you message to go check your inbox. If you'd rather to send people to a thank you page, you can add it into there to add your URL of that thank you page. Okay, so now let's just go into the sign up form. Okay, so I've navigated to my subscriber list and I've found this Sarah Test 123 that I've been added, and you can see that the form that I came in with was test sign up form there. So we know that people are being added straight into ConvertKit and the Zap is working fine. And that's how you set up your Zapier and Squarespace form to send to your email service provider. I'm just going to quickly show you on this part of the video of how you integrate your Squarespace form with your email service provider if you are on the basic subscription with Squarespace, because your form won't allow you to go direct integration with Zapier. And so you have to go through Google Sheets, which is perfectly fine. It's not a problem. So let me just quickly show you how this works. It will go, so your subscriber would sign up through a Squarespace form that would integrate straight into a Google Sheet. And then you set up a Zap through Zapier. Again, I'm not sure whether it's Zapier or Zapier. It sends the information from your Zap will say when a new person, a subscriber, a new email address appears in this Google Sheet, it gets sent to your email service provider. So let's just quickly do that so that you know how to do that if you are not on a pro subscription with Squarespace. So again, I'm going to go in, add in my form where I want it using the teardrop. Like I showed you before, I'm just going to delete these ones off. Add my text box in there and have it as first name and move that to the top and delete that, confirm. Okay, so when you come to here, you won't have this option here, so you will need to connect through Google Drive. So all you do have to do is click Google Drive. Okay, so this will ask me to sign in with my Google account. I have a G Suite account where I'm using my domain name. If you've got a normal Gmail account, it'll be something at gmail.com. So you can use your personal Gmail Google account or your G Suite account. It doesn't matter. You just sign in using your thing. It says allow Squarespace to do all these things. And we'll say allow. Now what happens is, when you create a new form, you have to, this automatically creates a new sheet. When you create a form, this is the form in Squarespace, you have to tell it to create a new sheet in Google Drive. So we're going to call it test sign up 123, just so I've got that. And then press apply. And so what that then does is create a Google Sheet in your Google Drive for that. You can see here that that Google Sheet has been created in my Google Drive, which is great. So now we have to go to Zapier and create a new Zap that takes information from Google Sheets and into ConvertKit or whatever is your email service provider. Okay, so add ConvertKit subscribers from Google Sheets. We'll try that one. Okay, so now what I need to do, select my account. I'm already connected with my Google Drive, but this will ask you to integrate it, and you follow the steps to do that. So I'm going to choose which spreadsheet. Hopefully it should be at the top because it's a new one. And then I choose sheet 1 and continue. Test trigger. So you can't find anything in a row. So let's just go in there. You'll see that it'll have set up 2 columns with first name and email. And then it also has submitted on as well. So let's put my name in. That's just the testing. Let's go back to Zapier and test the trigger. And you'll see it's pulling in that data that I've just put in there already. So we know that that's connected to my Google Sheets. Next it's saying, so after it's pulling that information from Google Sheets, we're going to my email service provider, which is ConvertKit. Again, you choose your own email service provider. So I've already chosen ConvertKit. I'm going to add subscriber to a form. That's already selected. Add subscriber to form, continue. And so again, connect with my ConvertKit account. Make sure we've got the right one in there. Choose which form it is. It'll be my test sign up form. And then we choose what the email data is going to be, which is in that sheet. It's the email data there. First name is first name, obviously. And I've chosen to not subscribe to a sequence, and we continue. And then it says send test subscribe to form to ConvertKit. So test and continue. Now that one was Sarah at test234.com. I'm going to ConvertKit and check that out. So I've just navigated through my subscribers. I found test234. As you can see, subscribed at this time on this date through test sign up form. And that has gone from my form through my Google Sheets using the Zap into ConvertKit. Okay, so we just want to make sure that Zap's turned on now that we've tested it. And there you have it. That's how you get your person from a from a Squarespace form into your email service provider, either directly using the Zapier connection if that's available to you, or using Google Sheets and using a Zapier account. And you can have a free Zapier account up to 5 Zaps. You don't actually have to pay for Zapier for that. And that's how you do that. So if you want to keep updated on tips, tricks, and hacks to master your emails, your copywriting, and your tech that connects it all and makes it all happen, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell as well to be notified on new videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.